Oh, nice.
Well, I don't have a Wahlberg, but that was the closest thing.
Everyone has a Wahlberg.
Welcome to amorephillyunion, the podcast that just wants to check in this week to see how your mother's doing. And if nobody gets that deep cut, that's okay. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
And I'm Paul.
Well, all I got going through my head right now is the whole everyone's Mark Wahlberg impersonation of,
Yep.
hey,
How's your mother doing?
Is that what you're doing? You're Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, I don't have a Wahlberg, but that was the closest thing.
Everyone has a Wahlberg.
Yeah. I'll have a Walken before I have a Wahlberg, and no, I'm not doing that either. I have PA Dutch, and that's it. That's all I got. Gameless week, matchless week. So we're just kind of checking in, saying hey, seeing how you're holding up.
How your mother's doing.
How your mother's doing.
Hey. Should I do the whole episode as Mark? No, I'm not going to do that.
No, you're not going to do that.
Really shouldn't. No. I have veto power on that. I'm driving. Just hope everybody's holding up well. Surviving the cold snaps.
Surviving the cold snaps.
Don't forget that there's a soccer season going on.
Yeah. You get outside and check out the Auroras.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. We were lucky enough to see them last night, even though it was absolutely frigid. But just got a note on the phone that could be happening again tonight, so we'll see. But so playoff update now.
Know who the Union are playing next.
Sorry?
We now know who the Union are playing next.
Yes, and that would be NYCFC. And not Charlotte. I'm sure
we'll talk more about it next week, but yeah.
Sure.
The Pigeons did manage to. That was an odd series. The visiting team won every game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
Interesting. Yeah.
3 times bucked the home field advantage.
Yeah.
You'd think the trapezoid would be a advantage to the home team, but no.
Yeah, right. You would think. Guess they must have Charlotte must have better, pinball players or something.
Even New York City FC doesn't like playing on that field.
Yeah.
So we have what is the rundown? Does anybody have it pulled up? I know Miami beat Nashville.
Yeah, I'll take the Western Conference if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
So the semifinals here for the Western Conference. It's San Diego and Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Team 1 and
Minnesota.
Team 4. That's it's nice to see Minnesota just still in the fight. I don't know, something about that team that impresses me. But and then the other semifinal, it's Vancouver versus LAFC.
Ooh.
So LAFC got through past Austin. I think they did it in 2. In fact,
both Vancouver and LA made it through in 2.
That's right. That was a shorter series. So kind of the West is the West. I don't know what to say. It's kind of, start paying a little bit closer attention when it's MLS Cup, and we'll see who Philly's playing.
Yeah.
That's right. I went there.
Yeah, you did. Way to tempt fate.
Yeah.
But so, and then for us, it's
Eastern Conference.
Yes, I know. Yes, Eastern Conference. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Miami versus whom?
Cincinnati.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just went
Cincinnati
right out of my head.
beat Columbus.
Oh.
The hell is real derby that happened 3 times here in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's right. It is the Hell is Real Derby as a playoff.
Which I gotta say that is one of the better derby names in MLS.
Yeah.
All because of that billboard on, what was that, 60? I-60 or something like that, 65.
Whatever connecting highway. Not sure.
Yeah, it's great. If you're
That
not
is a great
familiar
name.
with it, there was a billboard roughly halfway between Cincinnati and Columbus on whatever road it is that connects the two of them, and it just says "Hell is real."
Hmm.
And as the fans were going back and forth between the cities, they decided that that would become the name of their derby, and it felt very organic in how
Yeah,
it got that
Yeah.
name. It
exactly.
wasn't
Hmm.
it wasn't a marketing effort on it because nobody from marketing would have picked a hell is real as the name.
No.
Mm,
As you know, I'm sure it was put up there by some evangelical Christian
mm.
Yep.
church or something like that.
Yep.
And yeah, it's cool. It's cool that
Yeah.
they have that rivalry. It's good that the fans, as far as Ohioans get, get pretty into that derby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the other Derby up there in terms of naming is the St. Louis, Kansas City, the
the
barbecue.
barbecue.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Barbecue's great.
Yeah,
But Hell is Real has a
Hell is Real is fantastic too.
kind of a, rock fingers feel to it. So,
Hmm.
Oh, what fingers? Rock
Oh, rock.
fingers?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
horns.
yeah.
Uh,
So I don't know that anybody's ever called them rock fingers, but that's what I call them.
rock fingers.
Feel free to use that for the episode
Yeah, there
title
you
if you
go.
want. Um,
Rock fingers.
rock fingers.
Paper
Doesn't Kansas
fingers, rock
was that?
paper.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like rock
Yeah, it
fingers,
does.
paper fingers.
Yeah, I realized that later.
These relatives of like Edward Scissorhands. Yeah,
Yeah.
meet my
Freddy
cousin.
Krueger.
Yeah, right. Doesn't Kansas City, isn't there like supporter section like Blue Hell or something? Welcome to Blue Hell or something like that?
Kansas City.
I don't know.
I
Think
thought I
it
remember seeing like a big
is
old tifo. It was like,
somebody is Blue Hell, and I would think it would be them, but I'm not.
yeah,
I'm not sure.
yeah,
But
yeah.
sorry.
But yeah, so that's the lineup for the playoffs moving forward, and we'll definitely dive more into it next week when we
Yeah.
do that. Like you
Cincinnati
said, though,
versus
this
Miami.
one's just kind of a catch up
Yeah.
kind of a meeting.
Well, I guess one small
Yeah.
perturbation in the whole
Ooh.
semifinals. Yeah, I looked that one up.
Mhm.
The semifinals is that New York City is the fifth place team from the East, where all the other games are populated by top first through four. Like in the Western Conference, teams 1 through 4 all made it through to the semifinal. So I guess as we were talking earlier, if it was an upset, air quotes, it was that New York City beat Charlotte. So now our top 4 teams are not into the semifinals. It's top 3 plus New York City. That and $3 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks.
Eh, I like top 3 and New York City.
Yeah, well, it's not wrong.
It's not wrong. It's just funny.
I just hope it doesn't come back to bite us.
Yeah, no, truly.
know.
Truly. So yeah, because we're at single elimination or will be.
Yeah.
But we have time to rest up.
to,
We have one
to
more
fortify ourselves.
weekend. So
And we have time for the coach of the year to figure out how he's going to beat those pigeons.
yes,
right.
indeed. Nice transition
Nice.
into
Nice.
yes, Bradley Carnell getting coach of the year.
Siggy Schmidt.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, Siggy Schmidt, coach of the year, which
Thank you very
occurred
much.
just after we recorded our last episode. And
What's this
honestly,
we Kimosabi? No. Sorry.
Oh, I just got it. It took me a second. It's like
I still didn't get it. You can explain it to me later. But yeah, so that was very exciting and I think well deserved. I honestly I'll be honest, I don't know the full stories of the other coaches and what their, particular
Bona
claims to
fides.
fame might be, but I mean, you God, as we've said, I think for about 4 or 5 weeks now, who would have thought? So
yeah.
Well, I kind of think this
God
one,
bless.
we talked last time about the defender of the year and how both Glesnes and Wagner were up
Right.
for it. And then, what was his name? Freeman? Blackmont? I can't remember now.
I'm not sure, but I know
Basic-
they split the vote basically.
Exactly. And so Glesnes and Wagner split the vote since they're both union players. The other two coaches are Western Conference coaches. They're San Diego's coach and Vancouver's coach. So
Mhm.
maybe they split that
The Western Conference.
yeah, the Western Conference vote, and Carnell as the only representative for the East got those that were just voting East. I don't
Yeah.
know. Either way, it was
Maybe.
they were three good coaches. Any one of them could have had a real good argument for winning
Yeah.
it, but
I
they
mean,
didn't. Bradley did.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw, I guess it was in advance of one of the last playoff game they put out a video the union did about it was basically like uh serving up some crow to many commentators, just a big
Oh yeah.
mishmash of
Yep.
and my last place pick for this season is the Union. They're
Hmm.
have new coach and they fired their longtime coach and they really have no stars and no anything. I mean,
Yep.
it was just like, a crow buffet for
Yep.
a number of commentators. And I mean, after seeing that, I mean, I know it's designed to pump up, but it was sort of like, I mean, how can you not? It wasn't just about Carnell, but how can you not give him the award?
Hmm.
Basically, it's not only him, it's the whole team. But for heaven's sake,
Hmm.
so they're responding to something. So
Yeah.
anyway, so congratulations, Coach Carnell,
Yeah.
because it's literally last Friday, November 7th, was 1 year since Curtin was fired.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
And
definitely
yeah,
stars aligning in a certain way
I
here.
mean it was wild.
God, it's been
Just
a year
how
already since Curtin was
yeah,
fired.
yep.
It feels
So
longer than that,
yeah,
It feels,
it doesn't. Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. It's strange to think about, but it wasn't lost on me uh that was the way it shook out. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we're glad to have him. As much as we still will always miss Jim on some
Hmm.
level.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
There's no denying that. You can't replace someone like Jim Curtin uh as a person. But we're also grateful for Coach Carnell's
Leadership,
expertise,
Hmm.
leadership, all the
inspiration.
words. So we'll take it. But during this time off, we've had some call-ups,
Yes.
quite a few actually. So just running through for the international call-ups, kind of the usual suspects: Blake for Jamaica, Bueno for Venezuela, and Jean-Jacques for Haiti. My mouth didn't want to say Haiti for some reason there for a second.
Hmm.
I just got tongue-tied. And then for USU 19, Neil Pierre, and then for the USU 20 camp, CJ Olney, Andrew Rick, and Eddie Davis the third.
And don't forget, Kevin is off with the
That's
U17s for the
true.
World Cup.
Hmm.
He is, in fact, just scored a winning goal in one of their
I think he scored
matches with
two
Italy.
now.
He may have. I know that I just saw the highlight clip of the winning one, but when I was about to do air quotes, but I'm too lazy to lift my fingers.
Yep.
Um, so but yeah, so lots of lots of rising stars for sure on the team, like as if we didn't know. But and speaking of rising stars, at home for a US Paraguay friendly this Saturday, November 15th, at Subaru, which I was a little surprised. But I guess maybe because it's a friendly. I just remember going to a US Panama. Oh my God. World Cup qualifier, I think. Was it a
Okay.
qualifier or was it no, it was in advance of the World Cup.
Okay.
So that was a friendly too, and that was at the link. But maybe because it's November. I don't know. People are not necessarily wanting to come out for a friendly, but there's US Paraguay match this weekend at the Sub and it has some alums of our homegrown program, Austin Trusty, Mackenzie, oh, help me out, Matt
Matt
Freeze,
Freeze. Mhm.
and Brendan Aronson. Just his first name went right out of my head. Brendan Aronson, all at home. They had some footage up of Brendan and Mackenzie, particularly touring the new location for the YSC Academy. and just sort of seeing how things have changed and how they've stayed the same.
Hmm.
So that was interesting, but it's nice to see all the guys there again in their US kits.
It's
It's
just a
pretty
friendly,
wild.
right?
It
Yeah,
is,
Yeah.
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 It should be, from the game should be competitive. Unfortunately, you would like to think the Union would just walk all over them, but or the U.S. would just walk all over them. But
Mhm.
I think the expectation is that it's going to be a pretty good challenge.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
Paraguay will not, that will be non-trivial,
Yeah. No,
and
they put
honestly,
up a fight.
yeah, depending on who gets fielded, I'm not sure where I put a cup of coffee wager. I mean, I know who
Yeah,
I want to
Paraguay has
win,
had
but yeah.
right, but Paraguay has had some very good showings in recent World Cups, so or international tournaments
Hmm.
play. So yeah, so if you're around, I'm sure there are tickets available for that. Maybe not.
Absolutely.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe the Paraguayan contingent has bought out the stadium. I don't know. But
I would expect to see a lot of Paraguayan flags and
oh, for
and
sure.
and, and jerseys down there, though.
I,
Hmm.
I will say though that it will be a good reason to check out the tailgating though. I'm just assuming like
You just
the
want to go and eat your
aromas
way
that
through
would,
the
yeah, exactly, drifting across the grounds. I would just
yes.
I would come for the food.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come for
Street
the
meat.
food, stay for the soccer.
Well, if you have anything to offer, any cuisine from south of Texas, Eric is on board.
Mm. So they even got some
So,
decent stuff in Texas, but
well, that too.
yeah.
But yeah, so and I guess really the only other big news item is the owners meeting on Thursday. The club owners, I guess, right, for MLS meeting on Thursday, voting to change from the current spring to fall MLS season to a fall to spring season. This is something Don Garber has been talking about. I want to say since relatively shortly. I mean, he's talked about it on and off for years, but more recently, since the U.S. officially got the World Cup, or sometime after that, they started talking about it more in earnest that we might change things around after the World Cup, and
Mm.
that time is nigh. So, um,
It would be
yeah,
interesting. I wonder how they would switch that up. I mean, I'm assuming that means that they would delay the start of like the 2027 season until, August or
August or
something like that
something.
instead of starting in February.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope they're sensible about it because, a lot of the leagues in Europe will pretty much take January off in that case. I'm not talking about
Yes.
England. I know England doesn't do that, um
Well,
but
like
in the continent they'll
I
take
believe the
January off
Scandinavian the teams and leagues, that's definitely what they do. They take
for sure.
probably 2 months off even
Yeah.
since,
Yeah.
Norway in February is about as brutal as you're going to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Austria essentially does and possibly Germany, I'm not sure. But I would hope they'd take a page from that book, but just maybe on a purely selfish note, I personally, I don't know, I'm hesitant uh for change. I feel like it's going to just from a purely from a fan perspective cause more scheduling conflicts because it runs into as it is kind of wrapping up through the holidays. And it doesn't really conflict with holidays and trying to get down to Subaru Park. Um,
I wonder,
I don't know. I don't love the idea of having to, feeling like I have to go down there in December, but
I mean, if they
um,
took it, take a page out of the NFL's book, and like, the NFL just plays 16, 16 games, 17 games, and then has their postseason, and that's
mhm,
it. I mean, their season runs from Labor Day until New Year's Day, and then postseason after that.
mhm,
I know that the international window, the fall international window is unfortunate, but like if they could just, I mean, I guess that would be too short of a season. They want a full 30 plus game season and all
Too
that,
many
but it's like,
teams.
Hmm.
Too all the, yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I would
yep,
imagine it would bear a resemblance to a European schedule.
yep.
But yeah. Oh, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
think
I guess we'll
I,
see.
I think the rest of the world should switch to the spring to fall. That's my vote. I like it. I mean, just from a purely selfish point of
Hmm.
view, it's like, yeah, it's when the climate wise, it's spring, things are starting to wake up, starting to get going. It's like, yeah, and soccer's getting started, right? And then you run through the summer, and sure, there's some hot days out there, but I'd rather sit where it's a little too warm than too cold. And if it rains or whatever, you just kind of suck it up and you just kind of watch. But you're not you're not fighting hypothermia. Um,
It's going to be very
It,
difficult for teams in Toronto and New England to be fielding, playing games in February and
yeah, you know,
stuff.
that's the thing is the US, I mean, certainly there are other big countries that do this, but the US has so many different climates within it compared to a Germany and Austria, a UK, England. Um, I was
I mean,
correcting
Spain's
myself. I
got some
realized UK
pretty
and England
extreme.
are sort of the same thing. But, you know, um, yeah, Spain too, but it's not just the sheer size and sheer,
Well,
change you go through. Although, I mean, I suppose you could make arguments about Texas in July too, right? But a lot of those stadiums, actually, I'm gonna walk that back. I know a lot of their bigger stadiums are domed and air conditioned, and you kind
Yeah.
of feel like you're watching sports in a mall. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a much bigger change for the US, I think,
Yeah.
than it would be for a smaller country.
I feel like, you know, historically, right, all the especially the big leagues in Europe, it was, you know, fall through winter, spring, right? For whatever socioeconomic reasons. That's why they did it. And then, the US comes along to make their own league. They're, geographically and popularity wise, not tethered to the older ways. And so we, for whatever reason, decided to run spring through the fall, probably because we're thinking, more likely to put people in the seats if it was nicer weather. Um, I don't know. Part of me has to wonder, like, there's people over in Europe going, why do we play through the wintertime? Why, what
Mm-hmm.
sports leagues are happening in the summer over there that they would be competing with?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, to me, it's like they should, it would make sense for them to switch from a
Mm-hmm.
spring through summer to fall schedule. Um, I
that would
mean,
be
World Cup is, once every 4 years. The Confederate or the Conference Cups are once every two, depending. And yeah, I get it, but you know what? I mean, we deal with it and we roll with it. And it's fine, you know?
I would say it would be nicer if they ended the MLS Cup before this international break
Mm-hmm.
because this is kind of crazy
I
having
know.
to go into
Agreed.
I
December.
know.
Fully agreed on that one. Yeah.
It's kind of,
So,
you
Yeah, I
know,
almost feel like if they really want to have more games and have, like, let's do home and away where the lower seed hosts on the Wednesday and the higher seed hosts the second game this on
yeah.
the Saturday and just do one, one matchup each week,
Yeah. Just
just
do a
move through it and get
quick
it done
tournament.
before the international
Yeah.
window in the fall.
Yeah, this ending is taking longer than the ending to Lord of the Rings, and I like Lord of the Rings. So um I appreciate long endings, but these are, it's
Well,
yeah,
we'll have to see. Excuse me. We'll have to see what comes out with the vote if it
yeah.
happens, or if it's
yeah.
just more talk.
Yeah, maybe it's just more of a, getting the temperature of what people want.
Yeah. I'm not really emotionally equipped for change this week, so if they could just hold off, that'd be great because I
Yeah.
feel like there's been enough like new ways of doing things lately in my world and like, yeah, I'm good. Can
Yeah.
you just let something stay the same? Thanks. Appreciate it. Just for a little while. But
Yep.
anyway, yeah. So I think that's all we have for this week.
Yeah.
Do we agree? Are we in agreement?
What's the
Are
current
we in
countdown
agreement?
to our next playoff game? Is it? I mean, I feel like we should have like a
23rd.
so we
Eleven
still got
days.
Sunday game.
just a little under 2 weeks to go. All right.
Sunday game. Is it a Sunday game?
Yep. It's
Yeah, it's a
11 days from
Sunday.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
23rd.
It's funny. I was looking at the tickets for these games, and they are definitely going up a little bit.
Yes.
Yep.
And so I guess that's a good thing. I mean, more money is more money, I guess. But yeah, so we'll see. I feel like we should probably like start sampling some dollar amounts and just plot it out as we get closer and closer to the MLS Cup and just try to extrapolate, what the curve's going to look like and predict, we're talking Messi level prices for seats. I guess it depends if Miami makes it, but actually no, Miami won't make it to the MLS
At
Cup.
least not in Philly.
Yeah.
Are we talking Harry Styles, Taylor Swift?
I don't know who. I guess I mean Taylor commands bigger ticket prices, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Tay-Tay.
to have to confer with some people to confirm, but yes. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. It'll all be interesting to see.
Yeah.
And nervous about pretty much all of it.
Yeah. We'll have to see what the what kind of a season finale the MLS writers are putting together for us,
So
you.
yeah, and let's just hope it doesn't involve Miami. So with that, I think it's time. I think we're gonna call it for this week.
It's a quickie one.
Short and sweet.
We will be coming at you next week to talk a little bit more in depth about our hopes and fears and dreams for that fateful November 23rd match.
Yeah.
Yeah, more to talk about next week. So just a quick
hopefully-
one this week, guys.
Hopefully
Thanks
have
for
a little
sticking-
bit some extra fun stuff planned for next week.
Yeah, exactly. And thanks for sticking with us. Let us know what you're thinking. What are your hopes and fears and dreams about this? Are you enjoying the rest, or would you like to just get on with it already? So you can reach us at our website, amorephillyunion.com. You can send questions via email or on our socials, especially Insta. That's when we're really the most active. And we will include your thoughts on the pod gladly. You can email us at pod@amorephillyunion.com, on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, Bluesky. We are amorephillyunion. We do have a Spotify playlist, also under the amorephillyunion name, but it's a playlist, not a pod, so that should help.
Soundtrack.
You can also, not every playlist is indexed, so please look for it in our link tree on all our socials. And if you want some AMPU swag, we definitely have some fun weirdness for you. Holidays are coming.
Holidays are coming.
I feel like I think we need to update some stuff and like do some holiday themed things.
We do, and you have had some inspired moments lately, so you just need to get in
just
there
make some time and
throw some things up.
Yeah.
But you can check out what we have in our online store and look for those updates from Ease Inspiration. The link is on amorephillyunion.com front and center, or also via our link tree. So please download and subscribe to our podcast wherever you get yours. We are on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, all the places. And while you are at it, please go show some love for one of our favorite forces for good in the world, Philadelphia Union Foundation. They do an awful lot of good work in and around Chester and Delaware County. And we're really proud to have had some representatives from them on the podcast in earlier seasons, and really recommend you check that out. So with that, thank you to everyone for tuning in for another episode of Amorephilly Union. We are your hosts. I'm C.
I'm E.
And I'm Paul. Go
Union.
Hear your mother.
Well done.
Thank
Well
God. Thank God
played.
you got that one.
I got one in. I got
No,
into
I'm just
the
glad you
pole
understood.
position.
I thought you were going to give me that. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, I was like, oh, thank God you
That's
got
what I was
it.
like. Is she doing Wahlberg? I think she's doing
Yeah, like
Wahlberg.
with the
Yeah.
Wahlberg.
Yeah, it's a
That was
little
a
But
Wahlberg.
it was a little bit more New York accent. So I was like, oh, is this from something else? I'm like, nah, I think this might be Wahlberg.